Everyone wants to know why some women treat certain men like a priority, while others are always left waiting. The truth is, it has very little to do with looks, money, or luck. It often comes down to one habit that quietly destroys attraction without most men even realizing it. In this video, you'll discover why she treats you like a priority when you stop doing this, and the 5 simple mindset shifts that can completely change how people value your time, attention, and presence. Stay until the end, because the last lesson is the one most men learn far too late. Comment, "I am the prize." Number 1. Stop seeking validation. The moment you stop looking for someone else to decide your worth, everything begins to change. The habit that quietly drains your confidence is not caring about someone. It is depending on their approval to feel valuable. There is a big difference. Caring is healthy. Depending is costly. When your mood rises and falls because of her messages, her attention, or the way she speaks to you, you hand over control of your peace without even noticing it. Every delayed reply becomes a question about your value. Every cancelled plan becomes a reason to doubt yourself. Every small change in her behavior pulls your thoughts away from your own life and places them entirely in her hands. That is the trap. It does not begin with one dramatic moment. It begins with tiny habits that seem harmless. You check your phone again, even though nothing has changed. You replay conversations looking for hidden meanings. You wonder if you should send another message or explain yourself one more time. Little by little, your confidence stops coming from who you are and starts coming from how someone else responds to you. No person should carry that responsibility because no person can give you lasting confidence. Real confidence grows from the promises you keep to yourself, the work you do when nobody is watching, and the standards you refuse to lower simply because you want someone's attention. The strongest position you can ever stand in is knowing that your character stays the same whether someone chooses you or walks away. That is where calm begins. That is where clear thinking replaces panic. Instead of asking yourself how to make her notice you, ask a better question. Are you giving yourself the same respect you are asking from someone else? If the answer is no, that is where your work starts. Protect your time, keep your word, build your health, improve your skills, strengthen your mind. Speak honestly and walk away from situations that constantly leave you questioning your worth. A man who respects himself does not spend his days trying to convince someone else to see his value. He lives in a way that makes his values obvious without announcing them. Ironically, when you stop chasing approval, people often begin to respect you more because your actions show that your identity cannot be bought with attention or shaken by silence. This is not about becoming cold or pretending not to care. It is about refusing to let another person's choices decide the direction of your life. You become steady. You become reliable. You become someone who responds instead of reacting. When disappointment arrives, you do not rush to fix what is outside your control. You return your attention to what is inside your control, your actions, your attitude, your discipline, and the way you carry yourself. That shift changes more than your relationships. It changes the way you walk into every room, the way you handle pressure, the way you make decisions, and the way you look at yourself at the end of each day. The approval you spent years searching for outside yourself slowly becomes unnecessary because you have built something stronger within yourself, and that strength cannot be taken away by anyone else's opinion. Number 2. Respect your own time. Your time is the one thing you can never earn back, yet so many men hand it away without thinking because they hope that if they give enough attention, enough patience, and enough chances, she will finally make them a priority. That hope keeps them waiting instead of living. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and before they realize it, they have built their entire routine around someone who has never shown the same level of commitment in return. Every plan depends on whether she replies. Every evening depends on whether she wants to meet. Every decision begins with wondering what she might think, instead of asking what is actually best for your own future. This slowly teaches you to treat your own life as less important than someone else's choices, and once that becomes a habit, it reaches far beyond one relationship. You begin delaying your goals, putting off opportunities, neglecting your health, ignoring your ambitions, and telling yourself you will focus on them later. Later rarely comes. A man who respects his own time understands that every hour has value whether someone notices it or not. He does not waste entire afternoons waiting beside his phone, hoping for a message that may never arrive. He fills his schedule with things that build his future. He trains his body because strength requires consistency. He learns new skills because knowledge opens doors that excuses never will. He spends time with people who show genuine respect instead of constantly trying to earn it from those who offer little in return. This is not about becoming unavailable for the sake of appearances. It is about living a life that remains meaningful regardless of who enters or leaves it. When your calendar is full of purpose, you stop counting the minutes between messages because your attention belongs to something greater than uncertainty. You stop making someone else the center of your world because your own life finally has direction. That changes the way you carry yourself without saying a single word. You become calmer because you no longer believe every delayed reply demands an emotional response. You become clearer because you judge people by their actions instead of by the stories you tell yourself. If she repeatedly cancels plans, you notice the pattern instead of making endless excuses. If she only reaches out when it suits her, you pay attention instead of convincing yourself that next time will be different. Respecting your own time means accepting reality as it is, rather than as you wish it would be. That can be uncomfortable because hope often feels easier than truth. But truth is what sets you free. It allows you to stop investing your energy where it is rarely returned and place that energy into building a life that gives you pride every single day. A man who values his own time does not become bitter. He becomes selective. He understands that attention is valuable because life is limited. Every hour spent chasing uncertainty is an hour that could have been spent becoming stronger, wiser, healthier, or closer to the future he truly wants. That understanding changes every decision he makes. He no longer rushes to answer every message the second it arrives, simply because he fears losing someone's interest. He responds when it makes sense, because his day has purpose beyond seeking approval. He no longer changes his plans every time someone suddenly becomes available, because he honors the commitments he has already made to himself. Those commitments matter. Every workout completed, every promise kept, every goal pursued, and every disciplined choice sends a quiet message to your own mind that your life deserves your full attention. Over time, that message becomes your identity. People begin to recognize that you carry yourself differently, not because you are trying to impress anyone, but because you genuinely respect the limited time you have been given. Ironically, when you stop treating your own life as something that can always wait, others often begin treating your time with greater respect as well. They notice that you are dependable, focused, and unwilling to abandon your priorities simply to avoid disappointing someone. That does not push the right people away. It attracts those who appreciate consistency, maturity, and clear boundaries. The greatest change is not that someone else values your time more. The greatest change is that you finally value it yourself, and once that happens, you stop measuring your days by how much attention you receive and start measuring them by how much progress you make. That is where confidence grows, Because confidence is built through daily actions that honor your own standards rather than through temporary moments of validation from someone else. When you protect your time, you protect your future, and every decision made from that place moves you one step closer to becoming the man you respect whenever you look back on the life you chose to build. If you are serious about becoming the kind of man who never loses himself in a relationship again, I have something that will change your life forever, because the Stoic Relationship Blueprint course is finally complete after my team at Stoic Tribe, and I have worked day and night to build the ultimate step-by-step course for men using more than 2,000 years of timeless wisdom that has stood the test of time, showing you exactly how to master your emotions, build unshakable confidence, set powerful boundaries, earn genuine respect, and create stronger relationships while avoiding years of confusion and painful mistakes, and because you will have lifetime access. You can return to these lessons whenever life challenges you, so if you want early access before we officially launch later this week, comment Blueprint and be among the first to transform your life. Number 3. Control your emotions. Your emotions are powerful, but they should never become your master. The moment every message, every delay, every change in her attitude decides whether you have a good day or a bad one, you quietly give away something that should always belong to you. Peace of mind is too valuable to place in someone else's hands. Yet, countless men do exactly that without even noticing. They wake up feeling confident until she becomes distant. Then suddenly their thoughts begin racing. They lose focus at work. They stop enjoying time with friends. They replay conversations over and over, searching for answers that may never exist. They convince themselves that if they think hard enough, they will discover the perfect words to change everything. Instead, they become trapped inside their own minds while life continues moving forward. The truth is that emotional control does not mean pretending nothing affects you. It means refusing to let temporary situations decide your behavior. There will always be moments when someone disappoints you, misunderstands you, or walks away without giving the explanation you hoped for. You cannot control those moments, but you always control what you do next. That is where real strength begins. Instead of reacting immediately, give yourself time to think clearly. Instead of sending another message because anxiety tells you to act, pause long enough to ask yourself whether your actions are guided by wisdom or by fear. That single pause changes everything. It protects you from saying words you later regret. It keeps your dignity intact. It reminds you that every decision made in a calm state is usually better than one made during emotional pressure. The man who learns this becomes difficult to shake because his peace no longer depends on perfect circumstances. He understands that disappointment is part of life, not proof that he has failed. He accepts that not every connection is meant to last forever, and because he accepts that reality, he stops exhausting himself, trying to control outcomes that were never his to control. Instead, he directs that energy into becoming stronger in every area of his own life. He trains his discipline by doing difficult things even when motivation disappears. He keeps his promises because integrity is built through consistent action, not through grand speeches. He refuses to let temporary emotions destroy long-term goals. This approach transforms every challenge into an opportunity to grow instead of another reason to lose control. You begin noticing patterns that once escaped your attention. You stop excusing behavior that repeatedly leaves you confused. You stop inventing explanations simply because the truth is uncomfortable. When someone genuinely values your presence, their actions make room for you instead of leaving you constantly wondering where you stand. That understanding brings clarity. Clarity replaces endless guessing with quiet confidence. It allows you to stop chasing certainty from someone else because you have already found it within yourself. Emotional control also changes the way others respond to you. People trust those who remain steady under pressure. They respect those who think before speaking and act with purpose instead of impulse. That does not mean becoming cold or distant. It means learning that calm is more powerful than panic. When you carry yourself with patience and self-control, you stop allowing every difficult moment to pull you away from your values. You become someone who solves problems instead of creating new ones through emotional reactions. Every challenge becomes another chance to strengthen your character. Every disappointment becomes another reminder to return your attention to what truly matters. Your health, your purpose, your family, your work, your faith, your discipline, and the standards you choose to live by remain solid even when circumstances change around you. That is the life every man should build. Not a life that depends on someone else's approval, but one built on principles that cannot be taken away by silence, uncertainty, or changing emotions. Once you learn to master your own responses, you discover a freedom that no one can give you and no one can take away. You stop living as a passenger in your own life and begin taking the wheel with confidence, patience, and quiet strength. From that point forward, your emotions become tools that guide wise decisions instead of chains that hold you back. And that single change influences every relationship, every opportunity, and every part of the man you continue becoming. Number 4, focus on your own life. The biggest mistake you can make is allowing one person to become the center of your world while your own dreams slowly disappear into the background. It happens so quietly that you barely notice it. Your hobbies begin collecting dust because your attention is somewhere else. Your goals become something you promised to start next week. Your ambition loses its fire because your thoughts are constantly occupied with what she is doing, why she has changed, or whether she will finally give you the attention you have been hoping for. Day after day, your energy flows towards someone who may never appreciate the sacrifice you are making, while the life you are supposed to be building stands still. The hard truth is that nobody is responsible for creating your purpose except you. No relationship can replace a meaningful life, and no amount of attention from another person can fill the emptiness that comes from ignoring your own potential. The moment you understand this, everything begins to shift. Instead of waking up wondering if she will message you today, you wake up asking yourself what you are going to accomplish. Instead of checking your phone every few minutes, you put that same attention into your work, your business, your studies, your fitness, your family, and the future you want to create. Every hour invested in yourself becomes another brick in the foundation of a life that nobody can take away from you. That is where real confidence is built. It does not appear because someone compliments you or suddenly starts giving you more attention. It grows because every day you become a little stronger, a little wiser, and a little more disciplined than you were yesterday. This change is not always easy because your mind has become used to searching for answers outside yourself. It wants certainty from someone else instead of building certainty from your own actions. Every time uncertainty appears, it tries to pull your attention back towards her. That is the moment you must make a different choice. Bring your focus back to what you can control. Read another chapter of the book you keep putting aside. Finish the project you started weeks ago. Learn the skill that can improve your future. Go for the run even when your mind tells you to stay home. Lift the weights even when motivation disappears. Make the phone call you have been avoiding. Save the money instead of wasting it trying to impress someone who has not earned that effort. Every disciplined decision reminds you that your future deserves more attention than your worries. Over time, these small choices create a completely different man. You begin standing taller because you know you are building something meaningful. You speak with greater confidence because your words are supported by action. You become calmer because your happiness no longer depends on whether someone chooses to include you in their plans. People begin noticing the difference without you trying to prove anything. They see purpose in the way you carry yourself. They see consistency instead of desperation. They see a man who values his own path. Ironically, this is often when others become more interested in you, not because you are trying harder, but because your life has genuine direction. Purpose is attractive because it shows that your identity is built on something deeper than temporary attention. If she notices the change, that should never become the reason you continue improving. Improve because your future deserves it. Improve because your family deserves the best version of you. Improve because every goal you achieve expands your opportunities and strengthens your character. If someone enters your life, let them add to the journey instead of becoming the journey itself. Relationships should support a meaningful life, not replace one. When your entire identity depends on another person, every disagreement becomes a crisis, and every period of silence becomes unbearable. When your identity is built on purpose, discipline, and self-respect, challenges no longer have the power to shake your foundation. You remain steady because you know exactly who you are and where you are going. That certainty changes everything. You stop wasting months waiting for someone to decide your value because you are too busy creating value through your own actions. You stop measuring your success by how much attention you receive and start measuring it by the promises you keep to yourself. Every day becomes another opportunity to become stronger than the man you were yesterday. That is a journey worth giving your life to because it continues whether someone stays, someone leaves, or someone changes their mind. The greatest victory is not convincing another person to make you a priority. The greatest victory is building a life so full of purpose that your peace, your confidence, and your direction no longer depend on anyone else's choices. When you reach that point, you stop living from one emotional moment to the next and begin living with intention, discipline, and quiet confidence. That is the kind of life that cannot be shaken by uncertainty because it is built on foundations that remain strong regardless of who walks beside you. Number 5. Let her earn your attention. Attention is valuable because it comes from your time, your energy, your thoughts, and your presence. Yet so many men hand it away as though it costs nothing. They give endless compliments before respect has been earned. They make themselves available at every moment. They cancel their own plans the second she becomes free. They reply instantly every single time because they worry that waiting even a little will make her lose interest. They invest more and more while receiving less and less, hoping that one more act of kindness, one more conversation, or one more chance will finally change everything. Instead, they slowly teach her that their attention has no value because it is always available regardless of how they are treated. That is the habit you must leave behind. Your attention should never be given simply because someone exists. It should be given because someone consistently shows honesty, respect, effort, and genuine interest. That is not being arrogant. That is having standards. Every healthy relationship grows through mutual effort. It cannot survive when one person does all the giving while the other decides when to appear and when to disappear. If you are always the one starting conversations, making plans, solving every disagreement, and carrying the emotional weight of the relationship, sooner or later you become exhausted. You stop enjoying the connection because it begins to feel like a responsibility instead of a partnership. A relationship should never leave you constantly wondering whether you matter. The right connection gives you peace more often than confusion. That is why you must start paying closer attention to actions instead of promises. Anyone can say the right words when it benefits them. Consistent behavior tells the real story. Does she respect your time as much as you respect hers? Does she keep her word? Does she make an effort to stay connected? Or do you always have to carry the conversation? Does she show appreciation for what you bring into her life, or does she simply expect more without giving the same energy back? These questions matter because they help you judge reality instead of hope. Hope without evidence keeps a man stuck for far too long. Reality gives him the freedom to make wise decisions. That does not mean becoming suspicious or testing everyone who enters your life. It means allowing actions to speak louder than emotions. It means understanding that your attention is something valuable, not something to be handed out without thought. Once you begin living this way, you stop trying to impress everyone you meet. You become more patient. You allow time to reveal character. You no longer rush to place someone on a pedestal before they have shown who they truly are. That patience protects your peace because it keeps your emotions from racing ahead of reality. It also changes the way you see yourself. Instead of believing you must constantly prove your worth, you recognize that every relationship is an opportunity for both people to demonstrate commitment, honesty, and respect. The responsibility does not belong to one person alone. If she genuinely values you, her actions will make that clear over time. If she does not, that truth will also become clear, and accepting it early saves you from months or even years of frustration. Some men fear having standards because they worry they will end up alone. The opposite is often true. Standards protect you from investing your heart in situations that repeatedly drain your confidence. They help you recognize the difference between temporary attention and genuine commitment. They remind you that being alone for a season is far better than remaining in a connection where your value is constantly questioned. Every time you refuse to lower your standards simply because you fear losing someone, you strengthen your self-respect. Every time you choose peace over uncertainty, you remind yourself that your life has value beyond one relationship. That lesson reaches every part of your future. It influences the friends you choose, the opportunities you accept, the boundaries you keep, and the kind of family you build one day. You stop making emotional decisions based on loneliness and begin making thoughtful decisions based on character. That is the difference between living with intention and living in constant reaction. Never confuse unlimited availability with genuine care. Genuine care includes honesty, respect, consistency, and mutual effort. It allows both people to grow instead of leaving one person carrying the entire relationship. The moment you understand that your attention should be earned through consistent actions instead of given away through fear of losing someone, your perspective changes forever. You no longer chase every opportunity to be noticed because your life is already moving in a meaningful direction. You no longer measure your worth by who chooses to stay, because your standards remain the same whether someone stays or leaves. That quiet confidence cannot be manufactured through words alone. It is built through daily decisions that honor your values, even when doing so is difficult. As you continue living this way, you become calmer, wiser, and far more selective about where you invest your heart. The greatest reward is not that someone finally treats you like a priority. The greatest reward is that you finally treat your own time, attention, and life as priorities first. Once that becomes your way of living, every relationship you choose is built on mutual respect instead of constant uncertainty, and that is the foundation of a life filled with confidence, purpose, and lasting peace. Your future relationships will not change until you change, so if you're ready to become the man who leads with discipline, self-respect, and unshakable confidence, comment, "I choose respect," like this video, and subscribe to help more men discover these timeless principles before they lose years repeating the same mistakes. If you're ready to go even deeper, the Stoic Relationship Blueprint ebook for men filled with over 2,000 years of timeless principles you can apply to your life immediately, is linked in the comments and is now also available as an audiobook, so you can absorb this life-changing knowledge while walking, jogging, driving, or training, because these lessons are rarely taught in a world that often rewards impulse over discipline. My team and I have also been working tirelessly on the Stoic Relationship Blueprint course for men, built step by step from more than 2,000 years of enduring principles to help you master your emotions, build lasting confidence, establish healthy boundaries, and transform your relationships for life. And it launches later this week. Don't miss it, because this is the knowledge that will save you years of pain and completely transform your life.